Yet sometimes invisible relationships is that between a caring father and his loving daughter. And one of the rare occasions when this relationship is publicly acknowledged is at a wedding ceremony. In this symbolic act, a father hands his daughter to the one man he believes will love and care for her as well as he himself has done throughout her childhood. Steve represents his wife and family today, but in this special gesture, he symbolises his own personal love for his daughter. So Steve, mindful of these values, I now ask, do you give Lizzie to David with your love and your blessing for their future happiness together as man and wife? Good evening, my name is Diana and I'm an independent civil celebrant trained to conduct wedding ceremonies. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here today, where we gather to witness the public celebration of the marriage of Lizzie and David. This evening, Lizzie and David publicly claim their love to the world and commit themselves to each other in seeking to grow together throughout their future, and we celebrate with them in the wondrous occurrence that has taken place in their lives. Today is not so much about a piece of paper which makes a marriage. It's about what marriage means to Lizzie and to David, what they mean to each other, their hopes and their aspirations for their future together as husband and wife. They could simply have chosen to continue living together. In today's modern world, this is seemingly a safer course, one that would give them more options, sustain their freedom, and fewer risks. But they have decided that for them, that is not enough. They see this ceremony today as a stronger commitment to their relationship, and they invite you, their family and friends with them today, to share this moment with everyone they care about, and call on your acknowledgement and your support, not just for today, but throughout their married life together. They know that they love each other and that they could not be happier with anyone else. They share the same priorities and include providing a warm, loving, safe environment where they can continue to love and nurture their children. In a home filled with the same love, laughter and joy which they themselves grew up in. Lizzie and David met in June 2004 through Lindsay, David's cousin. Lizzie and Lindsay went to watch a football match, and Lindsay had also invited David along. When Lindsay later asked Lizzie if David could come along on their night out too, Lizzie asked his age. And when told he was 33, she said she didn't mind either way because she considered him far too old for her. When they were in the pub, Lizzie commented on the contrast on one of the TVs, and this greatly impressed David. They went out together again on David's birthday, after speaking on the phone several times, and Lizzie says he passed the selection process easily when she told him that she intended to have 3 children. He said he wanted just one, and Lizzie has compromised with 2. David's daughter Courtney has been embraced into their family, and she has welcomed Caitlin and Abby into their family. During the time that Lizzie and David have been together, they have spent very little time apart, except for the weeks when Lizzie was in hospital having Abby. They overcame together the worry of Abby's challenging weeks before her birth, which brought Lizzie and David even closer together and strengthened and united this little family. Their plans for the future include holidaying in the USA, and they want their children to experience swimming with dolphins as they did in 2005 when they visited Discovery Cove. And they'd like to move to a larger house in the catchment area when Katlan starts school. When I asked Lizzie and David about their life together, David when David said, Lizzie makes me laugh, Lizzie said David wears his heart on his sleeve, and they can make each other both laugh and cry. David values Lizzie because she is a devoted mum, and all these qualities suggest to me that this marriage has all the essential ingredients to stand the tests which life invariably brings. Marriage, as most of us understand it, is the voluntary and full commitment of a man and a woman to each other. It is made in the deepest sense to the exclusion of all others, and is entered into with the desire, the hope, and the firm intent that it will last forever. These special moments are now cemented by something greater than anything else, their commitment to each other, to loving one another fully, completely, as deeply as they know how, and for as long as they can. A commitment which is not defined by time or space, but rather is a living commitment, reaffirmed each time they reach out to each other in joy, each time they tell the truth to each other, each time they support or comfort the other, each time they share a newly uncovered insight or emotion. A commitment continually revealed in each new level of trust, each new layer of vulnerability, each new depth of love. A commitment continually rediscovered with each day that they reveal more of who they are and how much love their hearts are capable of giving and holding. So now we come to the central part of our service today, when Lizzie and David will pledge their commitment to each other. As you stand before all those who care for you, claim their strength and love to you both, and drawing on the trust which you have placed in me today, I will ask you to speak in truth from your hearts, your commitment to your marriage and to each other. Lizzie and David, you have come here today to declare your commitment to one another and to seek the blessing and affirmation for the years that lie ahead. David, do you take Lizzie to be your lawful wedded wife? Will you love, honour, comfort, and cherish her from this day forward, forsaking all others, keeping only unto her for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
And Lizzie, do you take David to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you love, honour, comfort, and cherish him from this day forward, forsaking all others, keeping only unto him for as long as you both shall live? I will. Would you like to come forward just a little?
I'm glad I got that on camera. That's got on YouTube. I'm filming that a lot.
I, David, take you, Lizzie, to be my wife.
I, David, take you, Lizzie, to be my wife.
To have you hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poorer.
For richer, for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
And until death us do part.
Until death us do part.
Will you repeat after me? I, Lizzie, take you, David. I, Lizzie, take you, David, to be my husband. To be my husband. To have and to hold from this day forward. To have and to hold from this day forward. For better, for worse. For better, for worse. For richer, for poorer. For richer, for poorer. In sickness and in health. In sickness and in health. To love and to cherish. To love and to cherish. From this day forward. From this day forward. Until death us do part.
Katlan, come here. Come here. Come here, babes. Come to my lap. Katlan, come here.
May these rings be blessed, so he who gives it and she who wears it may abide in peace and continue in love until the next day. Place the ring on Lizzie's finger and repeat after me. Lizzie, I give you this ring
Lizzie, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my never-ending love.
as a symbol of my never-ending love.
devotion and
The
trust,
YouTube
Devotion
ending.
and trust,
and pride that you are my wife.
and pride that you are my wife.
My heart is yours until death us do part.
My heart is yours until death us do part.
Bless you.
David, I give you this ring as a symbol of my never-ending love.
David, I give you this ring as a symbol of my never-ending love.
Devotion and trust,
Devotion and trust,
and pride that you are my husband.
and pride that you are my husband.
My heart is yours until death us do part.
My heart is yours until death us do part.
It's all going wrong, isn't it?
Those who are joined together in marriage, let no one seek to part. May these rings be a sign of the covenant by which David and Lizzie
Here she comes
bound
again.
themselves to on this their wedding day and for all time. David and Lizzie, always treat yourselves and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of today and what brought you together. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness and kindness that your commitment deserves. When frustration, difficulty or fear test your relationship, remember to focus on what is right between you, rather than the path that seems wrong. In this way, you can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there and is still shining, but just temporarily hidden by clouds. And if each of you takes responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked forever by abundance and joy. Ladies and gentlemen, David and Lizzie before us now have pledged their love and commitment publicly and reaffirmed their never-ending love for one another. It therefore gives me great pleasure in declaring them husband and wife. David, you may now take your